I call Ian McKelvey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'll just take a brief call on this bill, and in doing so, or before I get into what I want to talk about, I just want to defend our Chairman Mike Sabin. I think he's done a pretty good job in very tight circumstances, and I think the attack on him by the Assistant Speaker from the Labour Party, Trevor Mallard, was quite unnecessary and in the same tone, in fact, as the previous Speaker's description of the Prime Minister. So I think that if they want to behave like that, they deserve it. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Point of order. There's a point of order. Sue Moran.
Mr Speaker, the point of order I wish to raise is that when the member spoke about Trevor Mallard's contribution, he referred to him as the Assistant Speaker, and of course he was not making that contribution as the Assistant Speaker.
I thank the member for that. No, the member was speaking in his right as a Member of Parliament, and I'll just ask Mr McKelvey to withdraw that comment.
I withdraw that comment, Mr.
Ian McKelvey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Irrespective of whether the statement was made correctly or not, it was an inappropriate comment by the member for Hutt South, and I think it's a sad indictment on the way that, because I think the Select Committee process in tight circumstances was very good. I just wanted to comment on a couple of other things because I think that Kevin Haig raised a really interesting issue, and I think that the fact that we have diversified gambling, I suppose, in New Zealand from what was a very simple process at one stage into a very complicated process now is enabling all sorts of other opportunities to occur. And we saw recently with a jockey in the Central Districts where a diverse form of betting enabled that jockey to bet against himself winning a race. And I think that really exposes the same type of thing that we see with match fixing that we've seen throughout history with the ability to manipulate events to get a result. So, Mr Speaker, I realise there's a lot of words being said on a very small bill, nonetheless very important, and we look forward to the World Cup in the new year. And I also noted in the course of a couple of speeches that both Chris Farfoy and Kevin Haig were what they called cricket tragics, and I seem to have inherited the responsibility. I seem to have inherited the responsibility for the parliamentary cricket team, and I will note those two, and they will certainly be called upon in the future. Thank you, Mr Speaker.